we have to start training people for lots of reasons, not only to replace the workforce. We have plenty of people coming into our country that will do the work, but it's far more sophisticated than it used to be. Building a home, or really any part of the trades. Things are just they're different than it used to be.
Life itself is more sophisticated now.
You got that
with
right.
everything.
You got that right.
Yeah.
Until you get older. And then you don't care anymore. You simplify. That's how you simplify things. You go, I don't care. Quit bothering me with that. But we're going to have to reverse things, because when we were all in school, the trades were a big part of high school. I mean, a lot
of shop class. I remember that
people went into shop classes. You got passionate. Our business is a passionate thing for a lot of us, most of us.
It's when I was in school and I worked part-time and summer full-time and learned carpentry. And the guys that I worked for were as old as Alex. And
they were still alive?
And they wore the old
bibs,
overalls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were tradesmen.
They had a loop. They had a loop in those where they put their hammer. They didn't use regular measuring tape. They used
fold up
the sticks. That's how they measured stuff.
You had back then, Chris, we didn't have pneumatic tools.
Nail guns.
I mean, we at a point in the early 80s, we were renting them. I remember we would rent them, but I was still hand nailing stuff when I was a carpenter, because I would go. I didn't know what a pneumatic air gun was, but there wasn't a Home Depot in every corner either. We didn't have access to this stuff, and it was all new to the industry and kind of being developed. And so there was a lot of changes. So if you look at that point of where that all started, and you look at where we are now, where now you have tradesmen, carpenters, don't even carry a hammer. If it can't be nailed with the nail gun, they literally don't know how to do it, or they have a different kind of nail gun. I'm not kidding.
No, I know. You're not.
They don't.
No,
I go on job sites. They don't wear nail bags. They don't.
They don't need them.
Well, they don't think they need them. I think they do.
They wear something where they can keep all the clips of
nail bag. A good old used leather nail bag was a status symbol when we were young guys.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You talked about, in high school, the way that things were built. I remember when you had to do the handsaw instead of the skill saw, and all that, and the wooden measure stick with the little brass thing that came out to get it more precise.
This is called the Golden Ages segment. The Golden Ages segment.
Yes.
Greg's in there falling asleep. You old fool's going to talk about this all day.
So how is the difference in quality then compared to now in the framing, the building of the home, the cabinets, everything about the house? How does that compare?
It's improved. It's 10 times better now.
Yeah.
We build them so much better. I mean, let me qualify that. Up to a point when people were working just with hand tools, the quality was outstanding. The stuff they built but the material was better. The nails were better. The tradesmen were tradesmen. They understood the trade. They understood how to cut a roof. They understood how to cut a 45. They got it. These people now don't. They're just not trained like that. Everybody has a specific job. There's not a carpenter that does trim and framing. He does trim or framing. There's a few of them, but not that many. And they don't do either one particularly well. They function.
Well, you don't want a person who nails studs to plates or puts the roof on. You don't want that person with his 20 or 22 ounce hammer.
No,
Putting
but
trim in a
Chris, you
house.
and I framed houses and then trimmed them
Well, yeah, that's because
we were trained to do it.
Because back then, the guy I worked for so many years, we did the foundation.
All right, we
did the framing.
Yeah,
we did even the sheetrock, and we did the trim.
I learned it in Denver, and we pulled the wiring. We did the plumbing. We did the roofing. We did the masonry. We built every single bit of that house, every bit of it.
Okay, let me ask another question. Going back, the houses built back in the 60s and 70s, did it take more time to build them versus what it takes now because of not having all the tools?
No,
or is it about the same time?
No, I think now we have the potential, like houses Chris builds, by using building science methods, by the materials that are available to us, the manufactured beams, we have the ability and the knowledge to build a much better house now. But I've got to tell you, quality wise, and it depends on what you're looking for. Will it stand up better to a high wind? Sure. Will it stand up better to a hailstorm? Maybe. But when you walk in it, are the walls straight? And Chris and I are kind of going, he gets it, because we walk into houses that are $1 million homes where you're like flabbergasted at how bad the quality is. So there seems to be some kind of weird trade-off. It's almost like here's what I think, Chris. I think people are in such a hurry to get them done. They want to get them up so fast that nobody is going behind them saying, straighten the walls, make sure they're plumb, make sure they're level, that type of thing. That's what I see.
Mm.
And I look at the baseboard when I walk in a new house to see how straight it is. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe they got away with that, because I never could or would.
It also has a lot to do with, right now there's a labor shortage in, not just in construction, but that's what we're talking about. There's a labor shortage, and finding good qualified people. When I first started building houses using building science, I hired several trades who quit in the middle of the project. No,
they didn't want to change.
No, they didn't want to change,
because what they were unhappy about was that Chris was going, you can't do it the way you've been doing it forever. And they didn't, and it confused them. They didn't understand it. And they'd say, bye. I got 5 more waiting on me. I don't need you. And so it's a commitment, like building science, the way you build houses and building a high performance house. Like I was saying earlier, it's a passion and a commitment to that standard. Anybody can go frame up a low grade house.
Right.
I mean, anybody can do that. But if it takes commitment to do quality and to do it the right way.
Well, you take some of the newer materials, ICF, like an ICF house.
What's ICF?
Insulated concrete form.
And that's like styrofoam.
Oh, well, they make the blocks out of styrofoam that you pour concrete in.
Mm-hmm.
We did it in the Zero Energy house back in 2004 by using blocks that were out of recycled pallets.
Right.
And then you poured the concrete in there.
So when the termites would eat the outside of it, but then they get to the concrete and break off their, they
break off their teeth. No, but this house would withstand 200-mile-an-hour winds. But trying to find somebody to put those walls up and get it right, that's a whole different thing. Or like a SIPS house, and you've had people on that do SIPS,
yep.
right?
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more Remodel Revolution Radio. We're talking building houses. We'll be right back. So what does a garage door do besides enhance your home, protect your family, and secure your vehicles? Well, when you contact the pros at Windsor Door, you'll learn how a truly high-quality garage door company can make a difference. Insulated doors, carriage-style doors, steel and custom wood, Windsor Door has them all and much, much more. And nothing makes a garage door work better than a high-quality opener. That's why the folks at Windsor Door only use LiftMaster garage door openers. And it's no wonder LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Only LiftMaster has patented MyQ technology, which alerts you if you forget to close your garage door and lets you close it from anywhere, anytime with built-in Wi-Fi technology. It also has battery backup, so you can get in even when the power's out. So contact a Windsor Door dealer near you at windsordor.com. Alex Guthrie here for my friends at Total Air and Heat. Did you know a typical AC unit runs enough hours in a year equal to a car running 60,000 miles? Total Air and Heat recommends that you tune your system and have it safety checked every 6 months to ensure peak efficiency, proper operation, and increase the life of the system. Need a new air conditioning and heating system? No problem. Total Air and Heat can replace your equipment with the best equipment on the market today. Train. And you know it's hard to stop a train. So for the best heating and air conditioning contractors in North Dallas and Plano for the past 60 years, call my friends at Total Air and Heat, 972-881-0020. That's 972-881-0020. Or visit them online at totalair.com. Total Air and Heat. Some people think the only thing worse than calling the dentist is calling the foundation repairman. That's why I recommend Hargrave Foundation Repair. Cracks in the walls, doors that won't close, give the folks at Hargrave Foundation a call. Now, sometimes it's not the foundation at all. That's why you need an honest, proven company. You see, understanding the soils and weather is a must for a lifetime repair. Family owned and operated since 1968, Hargrave has seen it all. Hargrave Foundation Repair is fully licensed and insured, and their staff stays up to date on all the latest techniques and advances. So call one of the last independently owned foundation companies in North Texas and the exclusive installer of the Chance helical pier system. Call Hargrave Foundation Repair at 972-442-3415. That's 972-442-3415. Hargrave Foundation Repair, 972-442-3415. Your home was not built to be remodeled. That's why you need an experienced and honest contractor for all your remodeling needs. With over 35 years remodeling and building homes, I have the knowledge to help guide you through the process. Are you thinking of a room addition, a kitchen upgrade, or is it simply time to freshen up that tired old house? Our team of designers and architects are ready to get started with your dream, whether it's one room or the entire house. Fully licensed and insured, we have maintained an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau by being honest and trustworthy. So give me a call at 469-446-8508 or visit me at alex@alexguthrie.net when you're planning your next remodel or your new home project. That's Alex Guthrie Construction, 469-446-8508. Alex Guthrie Construction, 469-446-8508. alex@alexguthrie.net, 469-446-8508. I love that bumper. Welcome back to Remodel Revolution Radio. We're having a good time talking about.
So, talk.
I have.
Do you want to talk about that yet?
No, we'll talk about that next week. We're going to make some change. Chris is referring to is we're going to make some changes to the show. We're going to be going totally digital, which is what you're watching now. If you're watching the show, you will not notice a thing, except it'll be better. It'll be a whole lot better. You're
going to add a lot of video to it.
We're going to add.
Well,
we're going to add. It's going to be more of a vodcast. Yeah. So we'll be adding video, and our sponsors will be video and live reads, and some things will change. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be really, really good. It's going to be really good for our sponsors. They're going to get a whole lot more of what people are looking for, which is video. So anybody watching this show right now, that's what they're going to be seeing, but even prettier. And there's the good thing is there's a hair and makeup room.
So they're going to add hair.
So, no, I asked him. I said, do you have a wig and makeup room, or do I have to bring my own? So the question is, we're talking about, we've been talking about how things have been sort of changing on the landscape trade wise, and the skill of the tradespeople and the quality of the houses being built. My question is, how do you feel all of this new technology is affecting that very discussion? How is new technology affecting the trades and their ability to kind of work through this it's a really changing landscape constantly of rules, regulations, tools. The tools are changing. The tools are coming out with are incredible. People don't use levels anymore.
They don't?
What do they use?
Yeah.
Eyeball it? Get better eyeballs now?
Infrared. They're using infrared.
Really?
Yeah.
How did they do that?
Oh, it's great. And it's they come in, they put their little machine out there, and there's a little red line going around the room, and you take your tape measure. They still use them, and you take
for now,
and you measure over to the little red line. It gives you an absolute perfectly level and plumb. And so I have guys that when I go, let's check how level, this happens to me all the time. Let's check how level the wall is. Well, oh, I'll be right back. And they come in and they put their little machine out there and turn on the little red light. It self-levels, self-plumbs, self-levels. And in theory, that should make things a lot straighter.
In theory.
In theory,
Yeah.
yes, in theory. Yeah.
So that's another level of sophistication that's added to the building process.
Yes.
That the trades are having to learn.
Yeah. Things like that. Tools. We almost don't use reciprocating saws anymore because we have a new tool. I can't remember what it's called. It's a little flat. What do you call it? The little deal that vibrates. Sorry, whoever's watching, if you
the little deal that vibrates.
It's a little flat. Okay. There's tools are changing.
Yeah.
And getting better.
Yeah.
And they're getting safer.
Yeah. And it's going digital. Last night I watched a video of, I know this is not pertaining to building, but I watched how to put a set of shocks on a truck. Well, the guy had a torque wrench. It's a digital torque wrench. So when it gets to the right torque, there's a little meter that goes to the green and it beeps at you instead of clicking. So it's, I guess that level of sophistication is going
everywhere.
Well,
everywhere.
I think part of it depends on plumbing, for instance. In the last 20 years, we've gone to tankless water heaters.
Mm-hmm.
We don't use copper
as much
for water lines. We're using the PEX
plastic.
Is that good or bad? Getting away from copper.
I think it's a good thing. I think you'll have less a lot of problems, like the houses in the 50s and 60s that they had copper underneath the slab. There was some of them would deteriorate portions of the copper, and they would have leaks underneath their house because the copper somehow got mixed in with the sand and it corroded.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about holes in pipes and Chris. I'll be right back. Some people think the only thing worse than calling the dentist is calling the foundation repairman. That's why I recommend Hargrave Foundation Repair. Cracks in the walls, doors that won't close, give the folks at Hargrave Foundation a call. Now, sometimes it's not the foundation at all. That's why you need an honest, proven company. You see, understanding the soils and weather is a must for a lifetime repair. Family owned and operated since 1968, Hargrave has seen it all. Hargrave Foundation Repair is fully licensed and insured, and their staff stays up to date on all the latest techniques and advances. So call one of the last independently owned foundation companies in North Texas and the exclusive installer of the Chance helical pier system. Call Hargrave Foundation Repair at 972-442-3415. That's 972-442-3415. Hargrave Foundation Repair, 972-442-3415. Alex Guthrie here for my friends at Total Air and Heat. Did you know a typical AC unit runs enough hours in a year equal to a car running 60,000 miles? Total Air and Heat recommends that you tune your system and have it safety checked every 6 months to ensure peak efficiency, proper operation, and increase the life of the system. Need a new air conditioning and heating system? No problem. Total Air and Heat can replace your equipment with the best equipment on the market today. Train. And you know it's hard to stop a train. So for the best heating and air conditioning contractors in North Dallas and Plano for the past 60 years, call my friends at Total 972-881-0020. That's 972-881-0020. Or visit them online at totalair.com. Total Air and Heat. So what does a garage door do besides enhance your home, protect your family, and secure your vehicles? Well, when you contact the pros at Windsor Door, you'll learn how a truly high-quality garage door company can make a difference. Insulated doors, carriage-style doors, steel, and custom wood, Windsor Door has them all, and much, much more. And nothing makes a garage door work better than a high-quality opener. That's why the folks at Windsor Door only use LiftMaster garage door openers. And it's no wonder LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Only LiftMaster has patented MyQ technology, which alerts you if you forget to close your garage door and lets you close it from anywhere, anytime with built-in Wi-Fi technology. It also has battery backup, so you can get in even when the power's out. So contact a Windsor Door dealer near you at windsordor.com. Your home was not built to be remodeled. That's why you need an experienced and honest contractor for all your remodeling needs. With over 35 years remodeling and building homes, I have the knowledge to help guide you through the process. Are you thinking of a room addition, a kitchen upgrade, or is it simply time to freshen up that tired old house? Our team of designers and architects are ready to get started with your dream, whether it's one room or the entire house. Fully licensed and insured, we have maintained an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau by being honest and trustworthy. So give me a call at 469-446-8508 or visit me at alex@alexguthrie.net when you're planning your next remodel or your new home project. That's Alex Guthrie Construction, 469-446-8508. Alex Guthrie Construction, 469-446-8508. alex@alexguthrie.net, 469-446-8508. Welcome back to Remodel Revolution Radio. Gary was just telling us that he had some toilet problems there. And I mean, a real toilet. I don't mean you need to go to. Gary needs to fix the toilet at his house.
Yeah.
I've never heard of shutoffs.
What's the problem?
Do you think that they're inexpensive shutoffs? I mean, we're talking about where you cut the water off for your
Let's
for the
start,
water supply.
Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So the rest of us know what this conversation
Okay.
is. Okay.
Okay.
So you have a toilet. What's wrong with it?
The guts on the inside need to be replaced
Okay.
because sometimes it hangs up, and
and
sometimes
you got to jiggle the handle.
jiggle it, and
Yeah.
sometimes it won't refill like it's supposed to.
Okay.
So it's obviously the valve, the whole system needs to be
Right.
replaced. I've been hesitant to mess with it because of the valve, the shutoff valve, just seems real flimsy. And I
so
don't.
have you tried turning it off?
No, not yet.
Okay, so when you turn it, it feels flimsy.
Right. And the reason I say that, I have messed with the valves in the kitchen, the cutoff valves going to the faucet in the sink.
So have you put a wrench behind it and to back it up and try and turn it?
No, because it's not.
Let me give you some advice from an unlicensed plumber. First of all, Kathy, take a lot of towels in there when he does this.
Yeah, boatload of them.
Yeah.
No, you'll have to take a wrench behind it and back it up and then try and turn it, cut it off.
Yeah.
But I mean, does it feel like the whole thing's twisting?
Well, I haven't.
What kind of a cheap house do you live in? Or is it a trailer?
Well, I hadn't found the wheels yet.
Well, a high-end trailer person
no.
has the wheels on top.
Top.
Not on.
I hadn't been up on the roof to look, so. No, I've replaced the guts in the other house that we were in that had the brass fittings and the copper lines, and that wasn't a big deal. It felt real secure. It didn't feel like I was going to twist anything off. And but this one, just the fitting, the valve just seems real flimsy.
Well, the other thing you could do,
hire a plumber.
No,
a licensed
plumber.
if you're worried about the valve being flimsy, then shut the water off to the house.
Yeah.
And then
have Kathy in there so that when you turn the water back onto the house, she can start screaming at you. Like what I do with my wife is I open a window.
Yeah.
Right. And I go, okay, I'm going to turn the water back on. And one time I couldn't understand you. She goes, the water was spraying in my mouth. No, I have I have given my wife a couple of baths when I was trying to be a plumber. Hire a licensed plumber.
Hire a license.
No, but you can fix that. You're a smart guy.
Well, I've done that in the past. Again, it's just because it's the Plex. And that's how
it's PEX.
Yeah.
Oh,
PEX,
that's why.
Is it PEX or Plex?
PEX.
That's why.
PEX.
Now, if you talk to our good friend Scott Riddell with Riddell Plumbing, what they do on my houses is we come in and we put a little copper stub out for that thing, and the PEX is hooked up to that little copper inside the wall, but actually what's coming out for that valve is copper.
Yeah.
So you have PEX coming out of the wall?
Much.
Yeah. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
What kind of cheap house do you live in? Well,
so
that's interesting.
I wonder.
I'll take a picture and send you guys so you can see.
Take a picture and send it to us.
Oh, Kathy's calling a plumber. Now she wants you to fix the shower.
Well, in the other house, I was going to take care of the little drip, 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 and it's easy. I'll put the little the rubber thing that goes in there.
Oh yeah, the little gasket inside.
Yeah, and I wound up twisting the entire.
And you took a bath. You got a bath.
No, I did shut the water off at the street, but we couldn't use anything for the weekend because it was on Saturday, and I didn't want to call the licensed plumber.
Okay, so let me tell you this story. You'll love this one. I go out to get the mail. It was like 9:00 at night, right? It's dark. And I go out and I get the mail, walk out the front sidewalk, go down to the mailbox. It's, 50 feet. I turn around and walking back in it, and I go, looks like water coming out from around the brick. Well, I had not been in that end of the house in a while. And I go, what in the heck? And I go out, and there's water, and there's water on the front porch. There's water. I go, oh no. And I run in there, and the water line underneath the faucet goes to the faucet in the bathroom in the back of the house where I'm not at, has busted loose and has flooded the entire back of the house. I'm talking 2-3 inches of water. It just had not made it to the living room yet.
Wow.
And so, here's one of the things that I advise people constantly. I talk about this often because I don't think anybody really knows. I was freaking out because I had not ever gone out to that water meter, and I didn't know if it had a hand valve where I could just turn it off or if I had to have the key, right? Well, it ended up costing a whole lot more water by the time we figured that out. So what I'm always advising people is know where your water valve is and how to turn it off to your house. Some houses have a valve box between the meter and the house, usually a front flower bed.
It will shut off the water to the house.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yes.
you can, and it can sometimes, the sprinkler system comes off of it or whatever. So you can cut the main water off. The other thing is a lot of houses, particularly older houses, the water line goes directly to where the hot water heater. That's where everything starts. It goes right to that closet where the hot water heater is and branches out from there. So a lot of plumbers, the first thing they'll do is they'll go turn the water off at the hot water heater, and that'll turn it off to the house, the cold water side. And I'm trying to explain to people, I've done 2 houses in the last 10 years. One house that the house was built and the people lived in it for, 15 years. They had never converted over to a permanent water meter. It was still on the temporary water from the city, and they weren't saying nothing because they weren't getting a bill. I go,
so they didn't have a water meter, so they couldn't come out and read the meter, so they just
it came up because I called the water company and I said the water company, whoever they are, and I said, I need you to turn this meter off. I can't find it. I'm looking everywhere. I can't find a meter. And they said, of course there's a meter. And then they came out and they go, and the homeowner goes, well, actually.
Oh man!
So you ratted on the.
I had to turn his water off. I was remodeling his bathroom, and then I had another house, and this is not really as uncommon, where the water meter in the alley did not work. It wouldn't cut off. So when we were down there and we had cut a pipe loose, the plumber, one guy was inside under the house who's going to cut the pipe loose. The other guy was on his way out to the alley, turn the water off. It's kind of how they do things. But the guy cuts a pipe loose and the guy's out in the alley and he can't turn the water off. So the water's going off under the house. And ended up that day they had to come and put a new water meter in. I don't know why I'm stuck on water heater. So anyway, know where to turn your water off, right? Know where to turn your electricity off. Know where to turn your gas meter off. A lot of people don't even know where their gas meter is.
There are some people that they're going on vacation, like they're going to be gone 2 or 3 weeks. They'll cut the water off to their whole house so that
something like that can't happen.
Yeah.
Is that a good idea to do that?
I don't necessarily have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're going to have air in your lines when you get back. I mean, that's no big deal, but it's something that's going to happen. I don't think it's a bad thing. I would just make sure that I didn't have something that needed water in it. In other words, make sure the water stays in your hot water heater so you don't burn out the elements, stuff like that.
Because if you turn off your water, then probably a good idea to shut I guess if it's a gas water heater, you don't have to worry about it as much as you would. It's an electric water heater.
Yeah. Or if you have a circulating system, something like that. Or
if you have a recirc system.
So there's some things where it's probably not really necessary to do that, but it's not a bad idea. Like Chris says, it can't, as long as you can't hurt something. The electricity issue these days, I had a client call me recently. I just finished their house a couple months ago, and they got hit by lightning. And I had just sort of arbitrarily said to them during construction, I want you to put a whole house surge protector in your panel. I want to do that. And we did. And she called me and she said, thank God. She said, we didn't even know what that was, but we got hit by lightning, and that saved a ton of our stuff.
Yeah.
They still had some issues. It couldn't protect everything because it's not a grounding system. But what the big deal with that house, and this is something that you probably should look at if you have a house that's 30 years old or older, that house was not grounded. They came out and said that old panel was not grounded. I had no idea. And so when lightning hit, the only thing that kept everything from getting fried was that surge protector, which kept that big surge of power from coming in and cooking we have all these computers and all these kind of delicate things now. They're not these big old heavy duty things like we used to have.
Yeah.
Tube TVs.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is just kind of advice to people, particularly this time of year. You're going on vacation.
Yeah.
You're going on vacation. So, and also have someone check your house if you're going to be out of town for a couple of weeks. Just have somebody just go by and make sure they don't see water coming out of the front door.
And I've seen that.
It happens.
It does happen.
It happens.
It does happen.
Happens. So we were talking about how technology is changing sort of the landscape in a lot of homes, home building. And one of the things is radiant barrier. And you love radiant barrier. You have an Advantech shirt on, I see there. They must have given it to you for free.
They did.
So I have an email from Brad in Jacksonville, Florida. It says, what is the best radiant barrier to use? Is there a good, better, best?
I don't know if there's I don't know if there's the best radiant barrier as far as your attic or the roof is to get a radiant barrier that's already attached.
But let's just say, here's what I'm finding, and you and I have talked about this for years, is I have a friend that she went and she bought a house in Carrollton. And the house it was having a problem with it being comfortable. Part of the house was sticky and it just never could get comfortable in the heat. And so I went up and looked up in their attic, and there it was, radiant barrier on the floor of the attic. Somebody had put it, and I said, well, it's a good thing you've got it, but they did it wrong. And so tell us, Chris, what you and I learned over the years about radiant barrier. And when you and I started in radio, we were spraying it on the bottom we're spraying silver radiance paint on the bottom of the decking of old houses.
Right.
But now we've moved into what?
Well, now you've got the foil,
mm-hmm.
and you've got companies that will actually come in and put foil between your rafters for a radiant barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people swear that you can lay the radiant barrier down on the attic floor, but here's the issue. The radiant barrier can't touch anything, because if it does, it negates its effectiveness. It doesn't act as a radiant barrier anymore.
It acts as a heater.
Yes.
It actually, whatever it's touching absorbs that heat, and it radiates through that, particularly wood, back down into the space.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because I spray my attics with foam, the only place we use radiant barrier as far as decking is concerned is over garages and porches.
But even if you do an unconditioned space like a garage and use a radiant barrier, it makes a tremendous difference in the heat.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to continue this discussion about radiant barrier. It's very timely since today's 110 degrees. Mm-hmm. You're listening to Remodel Revolution Radio. We'll be right back. So what does a garage door do besides enhance your home, protect your family, and secure your vehicles? Well, when you contact the pros at Windsor Door, you'll learn how a truly high-quality garage door company can make a difference. Insulated doors, carriage-style doors, steel and custom wood, Windsor Door has them all and much, much more. And nothing makes a garage door work better than a high-quality opener. That's why the folks at Windsor Door only use LiftMaster garage door openers. And it's no wonder LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Only LiftMaster has patented MyQ technology, which alerts you if you forget to close your garage door and lets you close it from anywhere, anytime with built-in Wi-Fi technology. It also has battery backup, so you can get in even when the power's out. So contact a Windsor Door dealer near you at windsordor.com. Alex Guthrie here for my friends at Total Air and Heat. Did you know a typical AC unit runs enough hours in a year equal to a car running 60,000 miles? Total Air and Heat recommends that you tune your system and have it safety checked every 6 months to ensure peak efficiency, proper operation, and increase the life of the system. Need a new air conditioning and heating system? No problem. Total Air and Heat can replace your equipment with the best equipment on the market today. Train. And you know it's hard to stop a train. So for the best heating and air conditioning contractors in North Dallas and Plano for the past 60 years, call my friends at Total Air and Heat, 972-881-0020. That's 972-881-0020. Or visit them online at totalair.com. Total Air and Heat. Some people think the only thing worse than calling the dentist is calling the foundation repairman. That's why I recommend Hargrave Foundation Repair. Cracks in the walls? Doors that won't close? Give the folks at Hargrave Foundation a call. Now, sometimes it's not the foundation at all. That's why you need an honest, proven company. You see, understanding the soils and weather is a must for a lifetime repair. Family owned and operated since 1968, Hargrave has seen it all. Hargrave Foundation Repair is fully licensed and insured, and their staff stays up to date on all the latest techniques and advances. So call one of the last independently owned foundation companies in North Texas and the exclusive installer of the Chance helical pier system. Call Hargrave Foundation Repair at 972-442-3415. That's 972-442-3415. Hargrave Foundation Repair, 972-442-3415. Your home was not built to be remodeled. That's why you need an experienced and honest contractor for all your remodeling needs. With over 35 years remodeling and building homes, I have the knowledge to help guide you through the process. Are you thinking of a room addition, a kitchen upgrade, or is it simply time to freshen up that tired old house? Our team of designers and architects are ready to get started with your dream, whether it's one room or the entire house. Fully licensed and insured, we have maintained an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau by being honest and trustworthy. So give me a call at 469-446-8508 or visit me at alex@alexguthrie.net when you're planning your next remodel or your new home project. That's Alex Guthrie Construction, 469-446-8508. Alex Guthrie Construction, 469-446-8508. alex@alexguthrie.net, 469-446-8508. Welcome back to Remodel Revolution Radio. Shut up.
Well,
Welcome back to Remodel Revolution Radio. He's just like this child, and he knows this. He's done it before. I don't know what the deal is. This is where we're doing our aging in place.
literally, we're aging in place.
He's just like, they don't care anymore. They don't care anymore. These old people. Well, we're gonna be kind of like at the end of the deal, man. Got a few minutes left.
Yeah.
We were talking.
Oh gosh.
We were talking about some the radiant barrier. Real quick. What is your best advice to a homeowner if they beside their house is uncontrollably hot right now in the middle of summer?
Well, I think the first thing I would do is make sure that all my ductwork is not leaking. That's the first thing I do. I check the.
This is a great. That's a great segue into a friend of mine did call me this week and tell me that she had 2 bedrooms that were so hot her kids couldn't stay in them, and she called the AC guy and he went up there, and one of the ducts had completely fallen off, and it's a part of the house I don't use often,
right?
And so there was like out of town, and they were like, we can't even sleep back here; it's so hot. And this is one of the things: have an AC person come and check your system,
check for leaks, check to make sure. Another deal is sometimes the returns get knocked off or are not hooked up, and so consequently you're sucking hot, humid attic air into your return
through your system,
and that makes
and it can't control it.
No,
it needs to be sucking in the conditioned air that's already been filtered.
Right. Yeah. Well, you're pumping in. If it's like a 3-ton system, you're pumping in like 1,200 CFM, and so the return is designed to supply it with the same amount you're supplying with the same amount as you're putting into the house.
So, Gary, do you have any shows coming up?
The next show will be in Fort Worth in August, and then we'll go to Dallas the weekend after Labor Day, and that's it. We have a show going on this weekend in Houston at NRG, but after this one, we start all over in August.
So you just go to the swimming pool and work on your tan. The beach.
The beach. I wish I could go to the beach and work on my tan. Yeah.
Well, so I heard there's a new one in town.
Did you hear about that new
the
pool that they opened?
Lagoon?
Quarter of a mile long.
Yeah.
10 million gallons.
You could swim laps in there. You could swim a lap in there.
Imported the sand from Arkansas.
Arkansas. I thought it was Arkansas River.
Wherever I just heard Arkansas.
I wonder if they pulled the crawdads out of it.
Well,
who cares? I mean, what's a crawdad? Yeah, big deal.
River sand for your beach. Yeah. And they're going to see. It's next weekend. They're going to allow the public to come and swim in it for 4 hours.
Hey, I appreciate you guys being here today. It's been a lot of fun. We've had a great time. Hey, how do people get in touch with Greencraft if they want to build a house and they want you to actually do it?
Go to our website, Greencraft Builders, plural, greencraftbuilders.com, and it's got a contact me, and that's how a lot of people do it.
Yeah. And you've got a lot of projects going now?
Well, I've got a project that it has taken us 4 months to get all the paperwork through the city. And then again, with this pool on it.
Because you're building a mini lagoon.
They have to, we're waiting now for them to dig the pool before I can even start the house.
Give us real quick, how do they get to the show? What are the dates?
The Fort Worth show.
How do they contact you if they want to do a display real fast?
Okay. The best way to reach me is by phone, 972-771-7899. And
you better spell your last name.
And Gary will send you a video.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, he'll send you a video of him talking. And when you look at it, over his left shoulder is sitting there in the background is Stickman.
Stickman.
Chris is enamored with Stickman. He's got his hand showing Texas Home and Garden Show 2019.
Thanks, guys. It's been so much fun. And thank you, audience, and thank you, Greg Lindemoon, and thank you, Mrs. Guth, and everybody have a great week. We'll see you next week. This is Alex Guthrie signing off.